Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name's Bobby Waldron, and in this video we're going to be doing an inbox review of AFV Club's 1/35 scale M24 Chaffee, and that is World War II British Army light tank. As you can see, really cool, distinctive box art there by AFV Club. Now, this kit in particular was released 2015. The actual kit inside was new molded and new released in 2013. So we've got a fairly new mold going on with this kit. So let's open this up and check it out. Well, first off, I don't want to open up every single bag. We, want to sort of keep this fairly quick. We'll have a look at a couple of the sprues so we can sort of get a general idea of what the kit sort of is like. So just starting off, we'll bring you right in. This is the top side of our hull section. Hopefully you can see it's looking pretty crisp. We have got all sorts of detail in regards to grills, recessed panel lines, recessed rivets, raised rivets, nuts, bolts, all these things. We've got this really sort of tiny bit of weld line marks running along as well. We've got some side skirts and everything as well, hopefully, as you can see just there. Turn this over. We do have some ejector pin marks, but they are, they're not too bad, those ejector pin marks. Our side skirts here, not seeing any ejector pin marks on the opposite side there. We've got some more hull detail going on. We do have a little bit of flash. We've got all this really cool sort of detailed sort of grill work going on here. I mean, there is a faint bit of flash just in there. I mean, it's that faint, I don't think you can really sort of pick it up on camera, but you might just be able to see it. It's very sort of faint. You're gonna have to sort of get a blade in there and sort of cut that out a little bit. So moving along, we have our turret section, which, if we have a look at the turret section, we've got that really cool bit of weld marks going on and around here to give you that realisticness. It is quite smooth, but there's so much detail that goes on here. A couple of ejector pin marks on the inside. Moving along, we've got some more turret detail just here with the bottom part of the turret. The gun mantlet, which has got sort of like that anti-slip surface just on it and around it, as well as all sorts of sort of MG detail going on there. Now, if you look sort of closely, you may notice that there is a bit of flash here and there on this kit, especially some of the tiny pieces. I mean, I don't know if you can just see that, but these two little pieces here have a very faint bit of flash just on the tips. Maybe bring you in as close as we can just to sort of get you. There you go. You can see that faint bit of flash, which can be a bit of a pain. Small pieces, tiny bits of flash, cutting them off and trimming them up and getting them all nice can be a little bit tricky. That is turning out to be, sadly, the downside to this kit, is there is a bit of flash going on. We have the lower hull section just here, and as you can see, we've got sort of like a rough sort of surface going on, plenty of detail, lovely nuts and bolts. Even on the belly side, all sorts of detail. We've even got sort of numbers and everything going on, just showing that kind of detail. Excuse me. Sadly, where they've sort of cut this off the sprue, you can see little cut marks just here. That is like right butted up right next to the number 9, which is a bit of detail. So to sort of remove those marks there from cutting off the sprue and trying to sort of keep that detail might be rather tricky. Got another bit of detail just here. Again, another example of a bit of flash. Here we have our shovel here. You can see all that flash just around the edge. I mean, it's not on every single piece. It's maybe like 10% of the kit has a bit of flash here and there, but here's a bit of tools. Ejector pin mark, nasty one there on that shovel. That shovel's quite bad, really. But you know what? It's not, you're not going to see that side, so not too bad, I guess. Moving along with this kit, we have the these sort of rubber tracks. Not my particular favourite. Me personally, I prefer to have individual tracks. You glue them together and you glue them in a way that they still move. I don't particularly like these ones. They can be a pain when it comes around to putting them together on the tracks and stuff. Plus, if you look a little bit closely, you can see there is a faint bit of flash just going on the ends, and it is really tricky to get rid of that kind of flash with rubber, because you can't really cut it, you can't really sand it. You could burn it off, but then you've got to be careful you don't burn it too much. Yeah, it is quite a pain. Then there's a couple of sprues here, which I'm not going to get at the bag because you've seen the kit, you've got a general idea. But we've got another sprue here which basically has more MGs and 50 cals and stuff, which is quite cool because you do get a lot of that stuff in there. Same level of detail, more MGs and all sorts of stowage stuff and shovels and everything on there. I think you're probably going to get a lot of cool little extras with this kit. Then we've got all the road wheels and stuff. There's two sprues, identical sprues there. Again, you've seen the kind of detail this kit has. Moving along, there's a few extras that you get with this kit, which is rather cool. Let's just get them all out. Starting off, let's have a look at the decals, or decals, depending on what you want to call them. We have only a couple of decals. It is an armoured vehicle. You don't really have that many decals, but they are printed in Taiwan by AFV Club. I have used AFV Club's decals before. They're okay. They're not brilliant. They're not the best. It has got a sort of a glossy finish, but it is nicely in registry. You can read the writing. Good colours going on there. They should be okay to put on. Then you get a bit of photo etch, which I do believe is made by AFV Club. It's not too thick, looks good quality, and okay detail going on there. Just a little bit of detail. I mean, there's a few little rivets in places here and there. You do get a little bit more photo etch, which is like a bit of grill detail and stuff, which is always good, nice little bonus. And an even better bonus with this one is we get all this sort of proper metal gun barrel stuff going on here, which is rather cool and looks really smart, professional, good quality going on there. You also get a bit of resin as well. We've got a resin road wheel just here as well, which is rather cool. And you also get another little bonus. You get a crew member as well, which is also looking rather cool in resin. Great, fantastic detail, very crisp, good detail going on just here. And I think he's having a cup of tea, but yes, he's having a cup of tea. That's rather cool. And he's got a nice beret on there as well. So very, very smart, very good to have that as an added extra. Now you've got these added extras because the kit itself costs around about the £42 mark, which is, it's a bit of a decent price, but actually, I mean, looking at what you get in this kit, it looks like a fair price as well. And then again, we've got loads more of these just MGs absolutely everywhere. I think I've seen about 6 or 7 throughout the kit. A bit of clear plastic for all your hatches and stuff, which is a nice little bonus. Again, I'll just leave them in the bags just to speed things up. And then just to finish off, another little added bonus is with this kit, you get a nice little poster to put up to show that you've built the kit, which is really cool. It's of the box art, I do believe, so that is a nice added extra. The instructions are in some nice Good crisp, good quality paper, sort of like a satin finish. It has got a bit of colour, as you can see. A nice write-up on the actual tank itself. We've got another bit of nice detail about the tank itself in regards to different variant stuff, which is rather cool. We do have colour callouts for Life Colour, Revell, Humbrol and the Mr. Colour range, so they'll give you a nice bit of added extra detail, which is what I'm liking about this kit. Is you're getting so many little extras here and there with resin, photo etch, metal gun barrels, and all the other little extras, posters. Rather cool. Moving along, I mean, really the instructions aren't nothing to write home about. You know, very sort of basic, simple. You know, it's going to get you there. It's not very sort of complicated. There's not really any major call outs for you know, different options, different variants or anything like that. It just basically sort of gets the job done. And there we go. Gun mantlet goes on. It is very straightforward. At the end of the book, you do have your colour callouts for your paint schemes, which, to be honest with you, they're all dark green, and there's 4 different markings. I do like the trigger happy paint scheme, to be honest with you. There you go. So the final conclusion, really, I mean, you know, it's £42, can't really grumble at that price with all these added extras, photo etch, resin, gun barrels, posters, all sorts of tiny little extras. You know, the kit looks absolutely great detail, great surface detail, lots and lots of stuff in there, lots of plastic for your money. You know, it has got a bit of flash, you know, in places. It's not riddled with it, but there is a few places where you've got to deal with a bit of flash. But apart from that, I mean, that's all I can sort of grumble about. So in all, I mean, this is, you know, a big thumbs up here at Genesis Models. Definitely highly recommended. It's a kit that I'd love to build as well, like most of the kits I want to build. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this in-box review, and it's given you a good insight into AFV Club's Chaffee 1/35th scale. So until next time, my name's Bob Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I'll see you next time.
We'll be right back.